Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a great, restful weekend. You got to do something fun. It was 70 degrees here in Denver, and so I spent every waking minute outside, I think. It was pretty great. And now we're back in the office, and it might snow tomorrow. But that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles here in Denver, Colorado. But I hope that everything's going well in your neck of the woods. My name is Alyssa Stone. I'm the National Sales Manager for Electrical Distribution here at American Lighting. And today we are going to talk about the task lighting offering for American. So a lot of undercabs, a lot of puck lights. And today we're just going to go through all of those options so you can find the best material for your project, your stock, your home, your business, what have you. So with that, let's get started. If you have any comments, feel free to just type them into the chat or comment section. They should appear right away, and I can answer them as soon as I see them. All right, let's get this underway. So I'm going to start with traditional body undercabs. And for those, I'm kind of going to start from most economical, aka most boring, if you were with me last week, all the way up to kind of the most expensive undercab option with all of the bells and whistles. So with that, let's look at $1 sign out of 3. That's going to be the Contracts 2 undercab. So we call this guy kind of a builder grade option. It checks every box for a builder. It turns on, turns off, dims down, has a nice warranty, and the price is right. Now this guy's going to be 3,000K only. We have it in both white and dark bronze, as you can see here. And we're going to have it in a bunch of different sizes as well, 8, 16, 24, and 32 inch on this guy. It does have a nice big wiring box that you can wire into that's secured by magnets. Easy to install. We have these little mounting screws right in here, so you can just pop that open, make your connections with these little Wagos, this side, Wagos that are inside of the fixture, and then close up that door. Now, while the price is right, pretty nice fixture, does everything that you need it to do in regards to task lighting. There are some cons to an economy fixture like this. For example, it's hardwire only. We don't have any accessories to plug this guy in. They're not interconnectable, so you have to hardwire each of them individually. And then, they don't have any color adjustability, just that on-off switch on the front. But inventory is great on these. They're just a perfect fixture for if you just need some task lighting on the underside of a cabinet. For a large project where price is an issue, the Contracts 2 is a great fixture to go with. Now, next up is an old standby, something that we have been selling for a long time. You know it, you love it. It's the ALC2. Now, the ALC2 also comes in white and dark bronze, that same finish as the LUC that we just looked at. This is going to come in a whole mess of different sizes. 8, 12, 18, 24, 32, and 40 inch. Nice slim profile, less than an inch tall on this guy. And a couple selling features that make this unique. We have our on-off switch. Again, still no color adjustability on the ALC2. It's 3,000K only, but very nice to install. So we have these captive screws that you can see right here. So those mounting screws have been screwed in halfway through the fixture. So you can hold up that fixture in one hand and just kind of zip it up with the other. In addition, we have this quick wire access door in the back. If we were to pop that off, you're going to find stab and Wagos right behind that door. Makes it super easy for installation. And then if you'd like, we sell all of the accessories for this as well. So if you want to plug it in, we have a plug. If you'd like to jump power between fixtures, we have 6 and 12 inch interconnectable jumpers for these as well. And when you order, you're going to get a couple different accessories. We're going to have your strain relief connector included in the bag, an inline connector in case you want to butt power between 2 fixtures, and then covers for those captive mounting screws right here. So that's just a little white tab that you can put in there to cover up those screws. But that's the ALC2. kind of middle of the road when it comes to pricing. But again, we've sold this fixture for a really long time, probably longer than I've worked here, so longer than 6 years. Just a very solid fixture that we've been selling for a while, and just know that it's quality, in stock, middle of the road pricing, but a great price for what you're receiving in such a slim, easy to install undercab. Okay. Now for the best undercab, the Big Mac Daddy from Cincinnati, as I call it, has all the bells and whistles. This is going to be the 5LC undercab. So again, we have our on-off switch. We have a 5 CCT adjustability, so we can change 27, 3, 35, 4, and 5,000 K. Same as the ALC. We have those captive mounting screw holes. We have our quick wire access door in the back. But one thing that makes this fixture very unique, I'm going to show it to you in just a second here, but I want to talk to you first about task lighting. So when it comes to undercaps, we have a scenario for common practice for installation and best practice for installation. So best practice would say that we want to take this undercab and bring it as close to the front of the cabinet as possible, because this is a task light. And when I say task light, I mean that the purpose of this light is to shine additional foot candles on a work surface. And what's the most popular work surface we're using for this undercab? It's a kitchen countertop. A lot of times we're putting this underneath of a cabinet, and we want additional light on our kitchen countertop, which would be right here, right in front of me. And when we're working in our kitchen, are we working towards the front of the counter or the back of the counter? A lot of times we're working towards the front of the countertop. When we're chopping veggies for dinner, we're doing it close to us, not far away. When we're reading the mail, we're reading it right here, not back here. Well, I guess that depends how your eyes are. The older I get, I tell you what. But I digress. The most common installation for under cabinet fixtures, and I challenge you when you get home, go see where they're mounted in your own house, your own undercabs. A lot of times you're going to find them towards the back of that cabinet, which means that all of those foot candles are falling on the back of our countertop and on our backsplash. And what good task lighting is that when all of our usable light is falling towards the back of our countertop? So best practice says bring those forward so those foot candles fall on the front of the counter. But all of these installers have been doing things for a long time, and they know how they like to do it, and they know what is quickest, most efficient, and will save most on labor and materials cost. So you're still going to find a lot of those going back there. What's nice about this fixture is that this is where common installation and best installation meet in the middle, because this guy can be installed towards the back of the cabinet, and we can shine that light forward with a swivel lens. And so now all of that light is coming forward towards the front of our countertop, so we can have the quickest installation possible and get all of that light still coming forward towards the front of our countertop where we're doing all of those tasks. So this is the 5LC, again, white and dark bronze. It's going to come in 10, 16, 24, and 32-inch increments. Again, all the same accessories, the power plug, interconnectable linking jumpers if you'd like, and then all the same accessories are included, same as the ALC. So you're still going to get the strain relief connector, the inline connector, and the captive screw covers. Okay, good news. We are done with undercabs. We're going to move on to puck light selections, again, starting with kind of most boring into most interesting. And then I have one extra bonus fixture at the end, and then we're going to be done. This week, we're making good time again, just like we did last week. We're only 10 minutes in, folks. All right, so I'm going to start with a fixture, once again, that we've been selling for a really long time, longer than I've worked here, and that is just our Omni puck light. And an Omni puck light is a 12-volt puck light. It's surface mount or recess. We can take that body off if we'd like to recess that puck. It does need a 12-volt power supply as a 12-volt fixture. And every fixture is going to be wired directly back to that power supply. So every fixture wiring all the way back to the driver. Now, puck lights, just a word. Puck lights have been 12 volt for a very long time. So back in the day, before LED technology was here, we had halogen and xenon, and those were 12 volt. Sometimes 120 volt, but mostly 12 volt. And when LED puck lights came out, they said, what voltage? 12 volt, of course, everything's 12 volt. But as LED technology, especially for residential and commercial applications, evolved, linear lighting became more popular. And linear lighting kind of lends itself a little bit better to 24 volt. With 24 volt and low voltage, you can get longer linear runs with less voltage drop. So now all of a sudden, American Lighting here, especially, we were selling 24 volt tape lights, so we get those nice long runs, and we were selling 12 volt puck lights. And so unfortunately for a lot of applications, we had two different power supplies. We had the 24 volt for the tape, 12 volt for the puck lights. You could at least put them on the same dimmer, but it was kind of more of a pain in the buns to wire up. So if you have existing 12 volt power supplies, if you're not doing any tape light, the Omni is still a great choice, very economical, just a great solid fixture that we've been selling for a really long time. It is available in 2700K only, but is available in black and white finishes. The Omni is just a strong little fixture that's been around for a long time and has a lot of staying power. So keep in mind the Omni. Now I have newer Omnis to show you. And the first is possibly my favorite puck light that we've ever come out with. And good news, it is 24 volts. So that was a big change that we made in 2022, was transitioning those low voltage puck lights to be the same voltage as tape. So now we can tie them back to the same power supply. But this guy right here, one of my favorite pucks we've ever come out with, probably my favorite puck we've ever come out with. This is the Omni Slim, very skinny little fella that we have right here. So this is going to stand less than a 1/4 inch tall when installed. When you order it, you're going to get both black and white mounting provisions and trims included in the box. So to install this guy, this is our mounting ring. It has little holes through it. We're going to screw that up on the underside of the cabinet or in the cabinet, wherever we're installing this. This is going to magnet into place to the LED module, and then our trim is going to magnet to the front. And now all of a sudden, I have a black puck light. Again, very slim little guy. Now, why I think that this puck is a benefit, especially to installers, is a lot of time, especially for kitchen remodels, a homeowner or business owner is going to want the look of a recessed puck light. It just looks a little bit higher end, looks a little nicer. You don't have this, 3/4 inch puck light hanging down from the underside of a cabinet. But with that, you do have to screw right into a brand new, possibly very expensive cabinet to make room to recess mount that puck light. With this guy, you kind of get the appearance of it being recessed without actually having to carve into that cabinet to make room to recess it in. So just to show you one more time, we have that black and white mounting provision. Also, you saw my wire come out the side. If you'd like, we can fish that wire through the back of that mounting ring. So once again, I'm just going to put that mounting ring here. Boom, we'll put that trim on the front like that. And now I have the wire coming out of the back of the fixture rather than out the side with that super slim profile on a white puck light. And just a reminder, black and white included. You can order in 3000 or 4000 Kelvin. This is the Omni Slim. Now for ultimate SKU consolidation, another popular option is the Omni 3CCT. Again, it's 24 volts, so we can tie it back to the same power supply as tape light. But if we're looking at the Omni 3CCT, this is ultimate for SKU consolidation, guys. We're going to have a 3CCT adjuster switch on the side, so we can change the color temperature 27, 3, and 4000 K. And included in the box, we're going to get 4 different mounting rings. We are going to get, for surface mount applications, we're going to get a white surface mount mounting ring. Again, it's a magnet mount. So white surface mount, black surface mount mounting ring, If you'd like to recess, we'll also give you a black recess mounting trim and a white version of that as well. Again, all magnet mount, really good magnet installation there, so it's not going anywhere. So you have 4 different mounting rings included. So you can surface mount or recess, you get black and white, and you get 3 different CCTs. So you get all sorts of different options in one SKU in the Omni 3 CCT. This is great for if you're trying to consolidate SKUs for our distributors and like showrooms out there that maybe are tired of stocking a bunch of different finishes, bunch of different color temperatures. It's great to just have a single SKU that's going to knock all of that out for you guys. So Omni 3 CCT. Okay, we made it through puck lights. No, we didn't. I have a couple more. So those were low voltage puck lights. Let's talk about line voltage puck lights. I have a few to show you. And the first is going to be the MVP, which is another fixture that we have sold for a pretty long time. So these are 120 volts, which means we plug them in end to end, no driver needed. We can plug them in or hardwire them. Just a nice little fixture that we've been selling for quite some time. When you guys show this to contractors, they go nuts for it. It's a total labor saver because you don't have to mount a power supply and pull 2 wires down to a bunch of different puck lights. So the MVP is what we're looking at here. Think about it for yourself. What does MVP stand for? If you want to shoot me a little note in an email and tell me what you think MVP stands for, maybe I can send you a little piece of swag in the mail. By the way, my email address, A as in Alyssa Stone, STONE, at AmericanLighting.com. What does MVP stand for? Okay, so the MVP puck light is going to come in 2 different flavors, if you will. We're going to have one that is going to have a lead and a tail wire, and another option that is just going to have a lead wire here. So this is going to be called a linking puck, and this is going to be called a terminating puck. So terminating pucks are used for 2 reasons. 1, to be the last puck in a daisy chain. 2, for single puck light applications. There's no way for us to plug another puck into the end of this to keep going. It's always going to be the last puck in a row. So if I'm making a 3 puck application, I'm going to take a linking puck and I can plug it into the next puck in a row. Boom. 2 puck application here. 1 foot on center. And I'm going to take my next puck light here, plug that in. Thank you everyone for emailing in. See what I can get you guys going in the mail. Now we have 3 puck lights in a row. Again, like I said, these are 120 volts, so we can plug them in or hardwire them. I just so happen to have a little plug right here that we'll put in at the start. And so now I have my plug feeding to puck number 1, feeding to puck number 2, feeding to my terminating puck light right here. Now the MVP, I'm just going to unplug them right here, is surface mount or recess. So we can pop that mounting body off if we'd like to recess that fixture. It is 27 or 3000 K, black or white finish, and it does have a little bit of swivel in that lens if we want to get a little directional in our light source. We sell these in a couple different styles. You can buy it in a 3-puck kit like I have here, so kind of similar to what I just showed you. You can buy it in just a single puck kit, which is just going to be your terminal puck and a plug. And then you can buy just a la carte linking pucks. So if you have a couple different puck lights on an installation, you can buy these just a la carte. And they are 1 foot on center. If you need to lengthen that out, we do have additional kind of jumping cables to go in between in case you need to go a couple feet between those puck lights. Now, new for 2022, because these guys are just single CCT, 27 or 3000 K. New for 2022, we did come out with the MVP 5 CCT. So very similar to that fixture that we just saw. But the MVP 5 CCT, very similar, is going to be surface mount or recessed if we want to pop that body off. And we do have a 5 CCT switch on the back, so we can adjust our color temperature 27, 3, 35, 4, and 5000 K. With that, we did lose our swivel lens in the 5CCT, but installs just the same, all the same accessories, plug-in or hardwiring. You have those jumper cables in between as well. Okay, now we're done with puck lights. I do have one more thing to show you. Our last item of the day is going to be the MicroLink. And the MicroLink is going to be our tape light labor saver. It is very popular for under cabinet applications and for task lighting. And essentially what this is tape light pre-installed in a channel with a lens. Every fixture that you order is going to get a removable power feed and an end cap. And when I say removable, I mean that I can take off that power feed and very easily put it back on. And I can take off our end cap and very easily put it back on. Now, I say this every time that I sell this fixture. One day I'm going to get sued, but I like to call this Lego lights because it's very easy to snap together. It's fun to play with, and it's going to save a ton of time as compared to installing a tape light application. So this is still low voltage. We do need a 24-volt power supply for the MicroLink, but it's much easier to install. So to make our first connection, all we do is leave this power feed on, take our end cap off. I do have a second piece right here. I'm going to take that power feed off the second piece and snap it on to the first. And now I have a fixture that's double the length. Very easy to disconnect them if I'd like. And another added benefit to that MicroLink is that it has illuminated corner connectors, which is something you don't really get out of tape light. Because if we're turning a corner with tape light, a lot of times we're going to do it with a jumper or an L connector. And those jumpers or L connectors are going to give you kind of a dark corner. And sometimes, that corner is a little bit longer than others. So if you want an illuminated corner, we do have illuminated connectors that you can see here. They have the diodes right in the connector. So if I want to remove a piece and turn a corner, I can snap on my corner connector, and then I can snap this guy on the top of here. And now I have that illuminated little L connector. And of course, I didn't plug this in. I don't really believe in shining lights in your eyes through YouTube because it doesn't really show you how brilliant or high wattage or lumen output that this guy is. But if you need any samples of this, we're happy to send them out. You're sitting at about 400, 450 lumens per foot on the MicroLink, which is perfect for a task lighting system. So again, MicroLink, easy to snap together. If I wanted to extend this out, I would just take off this end cap, put another fixture at the end. These guys are going to come in 6, 16, 22, and 32-inch increments, 24-volt low voltage, and stay tuned. Coming soon in just a couple months, we'll have a line voltage MicroLink as well as an RGB plus tunable white MicroLink to make those color changing applications just a little bit simpler to install. That is it for task lighting, my friends. That's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. You can also email into sales@americanlighting.com or reach out to your sales manager. We're happy to answer any questions. If you want any samples of what you saw today, just feel free to reach out. More information, questions, comments, anything like that. Just send us a note, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the American Lighting channel. Thanks so much, you guys. Again, my name is Alyssa Stone here at American Lighting, and have a great week. Bye.